Welcome back to Conversations. I'm Robyn Fahr, and as promised, Cynthia Brian is with me. 14 minutes just is not enough time for this woman. We could go on for hours. She's got a resume you wouldn't believe, and the books and all of that, but we might as well get started. Cynthia, welcome to Conversations. It's so nice to have. We'll have to tell our audience, although we didn't know this beforehand, you and I have actually met in the past because we were both doing acting together at the same time.
Yep. Yes, and here we are reunited after 20 years.
And I'm going to ask you all the questions. Now, okay, so we have seen you in a million things. I said to you, I saw you on something recently. You were one of the reporters in the movie Milk.
Right.
Saw you there.
Tell
us another few things you've done, because we've all seen you. You've been everywhere.
Well, I work in a lot of movies, and I did have my own television show for several years, Live Your Dreams, and then the business of show business. And I just work in the new TV series Parenthood and Trauma that's coming to San Francisco, so we'll see how that goes.
Are you able to do all of your auditions here in the city?
You know what? I travel wherever. I travel all over the world now, and mostly I'm doing a lot of speaking. So I'm lecturing a lot. But yes, whenever there's a show to do, I'm there. I love it. You get it in your blood, don't you?
You really do.
Yes, and you just can't get rid of it. I'm a show business person.
You've just taken it full circle, because I guess while you've been doing all this, you've been writing books. You're a New York Times best-selling author. What was your first one?
Who would have thought, right?
It's amazing.
I know. Well, Be the Star You Are, 99 Gifts for Living, Loving, Laughing, Learning to Make a Difference. I call it my heart book.
Okay. Oh, and that's the one right here. Let's
that's
give this
right
one a
there. And
right
so
here.
this is this new series.
Okay.
Well, it is a series because I just came out with the teens. But everybody probably knows Chicken Soup for the Soul series. So I wrote Chicken Soup for the Gardener's Soul.
Oh, that's
And that was really great. I'm a major gardener. You know, I always laugh if the movie business were to go into feel-a-rama.
Yeah.
I'd be out of a job because,
really?
Oh yes, I have like the roughest hands ever.
Okay, so you won't be a hand model.
I'm not going to be a hand model. I did feet, but I could never be a hand model.
Well, you're digging in the earth. That's really
right.
Great. So when you started the Be the Star You Are series, was the idea star as in what you've been doing, your commercials and the movies and things like that?
No, that's such a great question.
Different star.
So that's such a great question, Robyn, because I get asked that a lot. I started coaching, and you might even remember this, back in the early 80s. I started working with teens and youth. And whenever they would leave, I coined the slogan, Be the Star You Are. So when they'd leave my office, I would say, now go out in the world and be the star you are.
And these are young people trying to break into the business.
Not necessarily the business. I was coaching for acting and also for life challenges and also just for presentation, etc. But the whole point of Be the Star You Are is that all of us are unique, all of us are different, and we all have a gift. So the goal is just to find what it is. What is your ability? What is your talent? And shine, sparkle and shine. So all of us are stars. We're all the writers, producers, directors, stars of our own lives. It has nothing to do with being that celebrity or that sports figure. Yeah. It's like, leave a legacy yourself. Create your own star. And be it.
Well, I remember back in the day going to auditions, and if you were at an audition that I was going to, I'd think, darn it, there's that girl again, because you emit an energy, and that's your star quality. I mean, yes, you did put it to use in front of a camera and on stage, but you really emit that's your stardom.
You know what it's all about? It's all about believing in yourself and all the possibilities and loving life. And I've never believed in competition, so even on all these auditions, you would go on and you would see the same magnificent, gorgeous women, and a lot of women would feel jealous. I don't feel that ever.
No,
I always feel like
that.
I never feel it. I just feel whoever's going to be the right person, that's the one, and that's your time. I just would go out and get ice cream afterwards.
Right. It wasn't
happy.
Yeah, your not being friendly to them did not somehow get you the job. I guess it's that sort of thinking that if we're, mean to the other person, that somehow we win. But
that's not the way it is. It's not the way it is. So I really believe it's all about your passion. I call it the peep principle because I've raised chickens my whole life, and they go peep peep. Yeah. But it's having passion, energy, enthusiasm, and perseverance, and that's really what life's about. And then being cohesive and engaging people. I feel that I will have lived a great life if I can help other people live a great life. So I am so dedicated to helping other people live their dreams and follow their goals and be the best they can be and be the stars that they are.
Well, then you take it all and you sort of focus. This is brand new, this book, right? And we're going to tell people
where
they can
today.
find out. Today this arrived. I said, be sure and bring your book, and the answer was if it's here.
Right.
Yes. So here, part of the series, Be the Star You Are. for teens. So what has happened here? You've taken, so obviously the love of teenagers mixed in with your ability to teach how to perform and to present and to be the best you can be.
Well, it's a little bit different than the first book, because in the first book of the series, I wrote all the stories. And by the way, they're just short stories. In this one, there were 99 chapters, very short chapters, so that people could read a chapter quickly.
Yes.
And they have a true life lesson with an exercise and a quote and an exercise so that you could implement that gift, like the gift of ability, the gift of achievement, the gift of gratitude, gift of humor. The one for teens, I wanted to do something a little different. And perhaps a little like the Chicken Soup for the Soul series, I wanted to include teens in it, because I thought, who better than to have a book that's for teens, by teens, about teens. So there are 38 contributors to this book.
Where'd you find these young
Well,
people?
first of all, I work with them, but I put out a call for people that would be interested in writing and getting published. And I've been working really diligently to help these kids move to the next level, because they're writers. They want to be writers. So we have as young as 14 that has contributed to the book. And you know, how exciting is it to be in a published book?
Yes.
When you're just getting out of middle school and going into high school.
Right.
So
Oh,
it's
how
really exciting.
cool.
And they're such good writers. And so it was really great. So there's great stories by teens.
One of the things that you write about, that the idea of a book like this is to just open it up.
Absolutely.
And
whatever falls.
whatever falls, that's what
you
your
need.
lesson is for the day.
Yes.
I love that kind of reading.
And you know, it's really interesting how it's so true, because people come to book signings or they'll come to my lectures and they'll say, oh, let me see, and they'll grab the book, and this is, I'm talking about this one now because this one just came out, but they'll open it and they'll go, oh my gosh.
They needed to hear that.
They needed to hear that day. And it's wonderful. What I really wanted for the teen book is that teens would share their true stories. And they're not all positive stories. Some of them, you know, are how they overcome obstacles. And there's a wonderful story in there from a girl who is blind and in a wheelchair. And yet at age 21, she's written 5 books.
Oh.
So it's just amazing. So
Yeah.
the whole idea is we can do and be whoever we want to be if we're willing to work hard enough, and to help enough other people get what they want, we can do it too.
Right. Oh, and how wonderful for teenagers to hear of other teenagers who've
Right.
probably gone through the same sorts of struggles. I think as a teenager, I remember it well, that you feel like sometimes like you're the only one. Everybody else seems to be so sure of themselves and so confident, and yet everybody's questioning themselves. You find that out later. You
It's
wish
so
you could have
true,
known that.
Robyn. You know, nobody is confident.
Yeah.
Some people put on a better face.
Sure,
you know, they
they
put on that big mask and they get out there and they have that bravado. But this is why I love this book, is that we kind of open up our hearts and share what's going on. And I think we're all scared. And it doesn't end when you're an adult either.
No.
The whole thing is that we just get up every day, we take one step forward, and we move on. I call it tools for living, but this is what I tell everybody. Smile, have fun, and be wild and wacky. And there is no failure. Failure is fertilizer.
Right.
You know, that's the gardener in me. Every mistake, you throw it in the compost pile and you grow a new garden.
Right.
And so when you do that, everything is good. I know I have volunteers come into the charity office and they're afraid to make a mistake. I'm like, no. If you don't make mistakes, you're never going to be successful. I mean, show me somebody who hasn't made tons of mistakes.
Right.
And then I'll show you somebody who's never done anything.
Never done anything, exactly.
Nothing. I mean, but do you remember your mistakes? I don't. I have a lot of rejection letters. I hold on to all of those. I think, oh yes, I think that's just wonderful. I do.
I love that.
I love it. I think it's just great because it gives me that impetus to move forward. And then especially when you reach your goal, you can go, wow, see, they were wrong.
They were wrong. Yeah, you always want to send that little letter back and say,
Right.
So you've been doing, so the acting, which you can continue to do, the books, and the most recent one, and there's a wonderful big bash you have coming up to do the opening. We're going to share that with people, so if they want to go to that. But help me understand the charity then. This is a different part of all of this. Tell me about the charity
This is a totally
you're running.
different thing. In 1999, I founded a charity called Be the Star You Are, and it's for literacy, and it's to empower women children, families, and youth through improved literacy, tools for living, and positive media. And it really stemmed from, like you know, here we were in the media, here we are in commercials and films and television, but so much of it was so negative.
Yeah.
And then I was working with teens and realizing that nobody was reading anymore. People weren't picking up books at all. And then looking at the violence that was happening in not only our, you know, in the world, but in our own communities. And it really stems with the research that I had done. It stems from illiteracy. In fact, some states decide how many beds they're going to put in a prison on how well the kids do in grammar school in literacy tests. Isn't that terrible? So I had this goal that, you know, let's try to get books to people that can't afford them, because books are shredded if they don't sell right away. So why should we shred them and burn them? Why not give them?
Right.
So I founded the charity, and it's all volunteers. Most of the volunteers are young people. We have a book review team where kids review youth books. It could be kids' books or teenage books. And publishers sometimes decide whether to publish a book or not based on these kids' reviews. And the kids now have done almost like 500 of them. And of course, it's great community service hours for the kids. But mostly, I hope that I'm mentoring them. I really want to teach them leadership. And then the empowerment of women, because 2/3 of the world's illiterate are women. So if we as women can be educated in some way, we can pass it on to our children. And of course, getting to the families, the family unit is very important. So it's really been a labor of love for me. I'm a volunteer like everyone else. And I can't believe that we're celebrating 10 years of being in existence. I mean, it's a struggle because we need donations. We work completely off of personal donations. We don't have grants or federal or money or any of that.
And
so
we'll give out your website at the end so that if people want to help in that will be helpful too. And finally, you brought a picture along today of you and your daughter hosting a radio show. What's this?
Oh, see, my new passion. You didn't know. I've been doing a radio show since 1998.
Oh, look at you guys.
Yes, she's terrific, Heather Brittany. And we've been co-hosting a show called Star Style, Be the Star You Are. And what we do together, you'll love it, it's called Tea for Two, a mother-daughter brew.
Oh,
and
great.
what that is we debate the generational issues on it. But on the show, we bring on authors and experts in personal growth, business, and success. And right now, we're broadcasting from World Talk Radio.
Okay,
so
how can we get on that?
People can get it, go to starstyleradio.com, or if they just either Google my name, Cynthia Brian, or go to cynthiabrian.com. I'm on every week, but been broadcasting live since 1998. Love it.
Just wonderful. All right. Well, this woman, I know, you just have a plethora of unbelievable successes, and it has to do with the way you feel inside and share that with others, and it's wonderful. There's an opportunity for you folks to get in on this too. The Be the Star You Are for Teens is going to make its debut with a big bash, dance party, bands everywhere. It's going to be on Sunday, September 13th, and it'll be from 4 to 9 p.m. at the Holy Trinity Cultural Center on 1700 School Street in Moraga, open to everybody. I mean, teens for the most part, right?
But families, it's open. The goal is to have everybody come and party together. And 4 bands, hula hoop contests, raffles, silent auction, a lot of vendors, a lot of shopping you can do, food, fun.
Fabulous. And let's give you some information. You can find out more. www.bethestaryouare.com. Brand new website, which will take you to the book and to the bash and all of that. BeTheStarYouAre.org, by the way, is the nonprofit organization that we were just speaking of. The phone number for Cynthia is 925-377-STAR, and STAR is 7827. So again, her phone number, 925-377-7827, and you can see her, meet her, and all these wonderful teens that have put this together on September 13th. Check her website out and you'll find out more. Cynthia, what a pleasure to have you on. We're going to do a full half hour next time.
It is so fun. You come and party. I want everybody to come. Let's dance.
I'm a hula hooper for sure.
Oh, that's right. You're going to win.
I'm going to win that one. Okay, thanks so much, Cynthia. And that'll do it for this edition of Conversations. We'll do it again next week. Until then, I'm Robyn Fahr. Have a wonderful day. If you'd like to order a copy of this show, please visit our website at trivalleytv.org.